Hi, welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Anubhav and today I'm going to talk about Firepower Management Center Virtual in Azure. Before I talk about FMC, I will cover Firepower Threat Defense or Next Generation Firewall Virtual. We cover almost all the region across the globe and we have presence in Amazon Web Services and in Azure as well. On the FMC, we have recently introduced Firepower Management Center in Marketplace of Azure as well. Earlier, it was there only in Amazon Web Services. When I talk about size of instances for Firepower Management Center, we support standard D3 V2 and D4 V2. Firepower Management Center is a management platform for managing multiple firewalls. Uh, you can use FMC if you already have connection going back to your data center. You can use physical appliances. You can run it on ESXi, KVM, or you can run it as a virtual appliance in Amazon Web Services and Azure. It has built-in API support, so if you want to orchestrate anything, you can write your scripts and your scripts will talk to Firepower Management Center, and then Firepower Management Center is going to push that configuration down to your firewalls. Now let's look at FMC in detail. So it is easy to deploy. You can find this image in Marketplace, and it is available from release 6.4. You can manage up to 25 firewalls. So if you have your firewalls in Azure, you can manage it. If you have your firewalls outside of your Azure environment as well, you can still manage it. So I have customers managing their firewalls, their branch firewalls, using this cloud firepower management center as well. So there is a secured communication between FTD and FMC. So that is going to be on TCP port 8305. So you don't have to worry about your connection or your traffic between Firepower Management Center and your firewall. Now let's look at the standard D3 and D4 instances. I've added this information for your reference where it'll give you more information about CPU, memory, storage, and IOPS as well. So if you look at D4, which is our bigger instance and suggested for deployment where you need a lot of eventing, it has 8 vCPUs, 28 gigs of RAM, and 400 gigs of storage. And if you look at IOPS, it is 32 into 500 IOPS. Now let me do a quick demo of Firepower Management Center deployment. I'm currently logged into my Azure account. I'll go to create resources and there I will search for Firepower Management Center. So once you are there, you just need to click on create, and we have added few documents for your reference as well. Now let's look at this basic setup where I'm going to add name of this device. I'm going to pick Firepower Management Center software because it started with 6.4, so I have that version only. Then I have specified my primary account for this device. I will then add my username and password for this device. Now I need to define my FMC hostname as well. Username and password for FMC. I can select my subscription from there. I can create a new Firepower Management Center, a resource group. If you want to deploy it in your existing resource group, you can use CloudFormation or ARM template to deploy this as well. So I'm going to be putting in my new resource group, and I will select my region. So I'm going to put it in East US2 region. And you can see that I can simply go ahead and change size as well. So I have D3 V2 and D4 V2. For this demo, I'm going to select the bigger instance. I can create my new account, which is going to be the LRS account standard, and I can then go ahead and specify IP for this device. I'm going to be using, for this demo, I'm going to be using basic and static IP address for management of this device. Now you can see that I have specified a domain name or DNS label as well. Now I'm picking up a new VNet where I'm placing it. I can always pick my existing VNets as well, but for this demo I'm going to be using my existing VNet. I'll go ahead and click configure subnet. So I'm going to be putting this device in my first subnet, that is going to be my management subnet. Now let's go ahead and click OK. Now on this page, our Azure environment is now validating our deployment script. So it is going to check if all the parameters that we have added is correct or not. So I'll go ahead and click OK. On this page, if you scroll down, you have to enter your contact information like your name, email, and contact number. Just click create. So now this deployment is already submitted, and you can see on the right hand side that deployment is in progress. You can see that all the resources are getting deployed. So this process is going to take a little bit time because Firepower Management Center is a big a management tool. So it is going to take somewhere around 6 to 7 minutes because it has to initialize database in the background as well. So 6 to 7 minutes is something what I expect it to deploy in. So you can see that it is deployed in 6 minutes. So now let me go ahead and access my Firepower Management Center. But before that, let me show you what exactly was deployed. So I'm going to go to my resource group, and there you can see that I have route table, VNet, security group, NIC, IP address, disk, and then I also have my VM for Firepower Management Center. If you look at this IP that you see here, that's my public IP address for Firepower Management Center. I'm going to copy this IP and then show you other components as well. If you look at security groups, in our security groups, by default your SF tunnel is allowed, and SSH and HTTPS is also allowed. You can make changes to your NSG and restrict your access to your management subnets only. And this is what we have deployed as a part of Firepower Management Center deployment. Now this is our NIC, which is our internal NIC, and it is 1082.04, which has the public IP address as well. And this public IP address is for management of Firepower Management Center, but if you're connected to your data center using express route, you can use your private address as well. Now I'm logging into my device. So this demo is just to show you how to deploy Firepower Management Center. I will not go into the details of how to register your FTD or next generation firewall in Firepower Management Center, but just to show you that for this demo I'm going to go to smart licensing, and I will enable my evaluation license, which will give me 90-day trial period for this device. So now what I can do is I can go to my overview page again. So this is a dashboard where you will see all the information about what is happening in the network. Since this doesn't have any firewall, so it is blank at the moment. You can go to devices, and in devices you can go ahead and add new firewalls. So you can add devices there, and once you're on this page, you have to specify IP address of your firewall, next generation firewall, and then you have to specify name, key. We use key between FMC and FTD for SF tunnel. I can put it in group as well and create access control policy. So I'm just creating access control policy in network discovery mode. So I'm not trying to do anything fancy here, just a network discovery. I will enable malware threat and URL filtering license, and I will click register. So this demo is just to show you how things are deployed, not how to register firewall. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.